Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Coe Show. My name is Mason Coe, here as always with my co-host Aaron Coe.
Hi.
Today is Friday, October 8th, 2021. Thursday Night Football came and went.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it. Really
Okay.
don't have anything else to talk about. But before we do that, like, comment, subscribe for our pain. And also follow us on Twitter at Mason Charles Coe, Aaron Coe 29. Yeah. So, all things considered, it wasn't the worst loss, but it was really painful to watch.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially, considering that, they only allowed 3 points in the first half.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
which seemed a little, and I think I mentioned it at the time. That still didn't feel like great defense.
No.
It's just like it felt lucky that
Yeah.
they only gave up that much.
Definitely felt lucky. Yeah, so obviously Geno Smith came in. I didn't realize he actually threw more passes than Russell Wilson in this game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so, there were some things that actually looked okay from Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He got the ball out quick. He wasn't terribly inaccurate. Obviously, that mistake at the end, it's tough to say whether Russ would have been able to pull that one down in time. I didn't really see when he threw the ball compared to when Tyler Lockett tripped.
There are two ways to look at that. So one, if you watch the replay, there was a little bit of a bump there, and
Yeah.
could you have called illegal contact? Maybe. But the other part of it is, let's, in an alternate universe, what happens if he doesn't fall down?
Yeah,
That pass was still a little dangerous.
it was.
At the very least, it's probably getting broken up. So it wasn't a very good decision.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Russ would get sacked there, so
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably hold on to the ball and spin.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, so not great. I guess you could look at the bright spots and say DK Metcalf, 5 for 98 and 2 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett had a strong first half. Alex Collins kind of came alive towards the end there. Had some pretty big gains. I didn't realize
very early in the game too.
Yeah, right. I had to miss most of the first quarter because I was in fucking class.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
Good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, he, it seems like Chris Carson, who knows if he might ever play again?
I don't know.
He has a chronic neck.
Yeah.
They didn't even say injury. What did they say? They said chronic condition.
Yeah.
Last time I heard about a chronic condition was Todd Gurley.
Right.
You know what I mean? The knee
Yeah,
thing. That's
yeah.
so.
I think it's a pain tolerance thing, and it may come and go. Maybe it needs more than the 4 days rest or whatever. But he hasn't been right. I mean, he looked pretty good in the first game. He just hasn't. They haven't used him as much, and he just hasn't looked all that great since then. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That guy, I mean, he's great when he's healthy, but he's just, you can't count on him.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll be on the team next year.
It's sad to say. You just can't.
They're gonna eat whatever they have to eat, and I don't think we'll see him next year.
Well, didn't the way they set it up, they won't even have to eat that much, right?
Probably not. I don't remember
Because it was a pretty team friendly thing.
and it's not a big number anyway. They didn't.
It wasn't.
pay him a
Yeah,
whole lot,
it wasn't a big number, and I want to say it was the guaranteed money was front loaded, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
I think that the biggest story really is what where's Russ at?
Yeah.
And right now he's on his way to Los Angeles to get his finger looked at.
So I saw a clip from Fantasy Football Focus. Stefania Bell was explaining the Russ injury, and when your finger can't bend, you can't straighten it. It's something that's
mallet
torn.
finger.
Yeah, it's like a torn thing, and she said whether or not. Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yes.
My finger won't straighten.
Yeah.
I have that.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of how bad is it torn?
Yeah. So it looked, pretty badly torn.
It
so
looks really bad, and there's something broken too. There's a lot of things that are unknown.
Yeah. So just for the tendon thing, Stefania Bell said even if they can configure some sort of splint where he can play, that's a 6 to 8 week recovery time. And that's 6 to 8 weeks of him probably not being able to throw the deep ball, which is, I mean, that's the only spot this year where I can say Russ has been great. Is the deep ball?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, like he's been good or solid or okay, but the deep ball has been the only thing that's like kind of putting Russell Wilson over the edge of some of these other quarterbacks. And if he doesn't have that for 6 to 8 weeks, I mean, like this, I mean, our season's over.
I'd probably let him heal at that point and let Geno try to get you through.
Tank for I don't know, a lineman.
I mean, you're gonna win some games with Geno if everything else is going okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's not terrible.
I mean, he had like the best drive of the game, honestly. Yeah.
I think, back to the injury a little bit, so that injury, it could be a 3-week injury. I mean, he's getting it. We'll probably know more very quickly. He's getting it looked at today. If it's a small tear, it will. He'll get through it pretty quickly. It's just a matter of how bad it is. And it's impossible to know based on that video. Like it looked bad, and then is it broken or not? I mean, when I broke my middle finger on my throwing hand, I could not throw. I couldn't grip a football at all. It wasn't a pain tolerance thing. I couldn't. And I have small hands, so having bigger hands helps. But I could not grip. I couldn't throw a football at all.
Yeah.
I think I told you I had to shot put it. At one point. So, anyway, so 3 to 8 weeks. 3 weeks would be very optimistic. He's going to try to get back as quickly as he can.
Of course. He'll
drink his recovery water, that cured his concussion a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But, man, it's got to be tough for him. He has not missed a football game in his life, not just in the NFL. Not college, not high school, not whatever came before that.
I started to really follow the NFL. Like, I was a huge Husky fan forever, but I really started to follow the NFL, like, kind of towards the very end of Matt Hasselbeck. So, like, pretty much the whole time I've been, like, a big Seahawks fan. Russell Wilson has started every single game. Yeah. And it's going to be really weird to not see him out there. Like, really, really weird.
And he's played almost every meaningful play. I think there was one game where he gets up and goes into the concussion tent and he's like, I'm fine. And like, Russ. He's like, no. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then he had the knee issue one game where, oh God, that dumbass that got in legal trouble later ended up playing half the game. Yeah. But, so that's been about it. He's played, and the Seahawks never blow anybody out, so he's pretty much playing every snap for 10 seasons.
Yeah,
so exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess let's kind of start at the beginning of the game. The first quarter was very dry. A lot of punts. That nice was the first quarter where that nice pick from Quandre Diggs happened. Terrible pass from Matthew Stafford trying to throw it away out the back of the end zone. I don't know why he didn't just throw it into the 10th row. Like, he just lofted it.
We know he can.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe it was he had a finger issue, too.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Maybe he couldn't throw it either.
Yeah. So that was nice. But other than that, the coverage was terrible from the beginning of the game to the end. Robert Woods, 12 for 150. Cooper Kupp, 7 for 92. And then that Deshaun Jackson 68-yard reception where Jamal Adams just didn't see the ball. Jamal Adams was awful in coverage.
Terrible.
Like, an absolute liability.
Yeah. When you see his numbers, every play.
Yeah.
And it's a completion every play. He's just not good in coverage, and he's not making the impactful plays like he has in the past. So I don't know what's going on there.
I genuinely last night I was considering like how tough it would be to have him gain 50 pounds and move to defensive end.
Seriously.
Like, that's actually like that was a thought process last night for me. Or just put him at linebacker or something like.
Yeah, I it's a mess, and first of all, one thing that I noticed was they didn't complete everything was in the middle.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. Yeah,
Like they weren't hitting stuff on the outside, and the Seahawks in their glory days, they played press coverage and they funneled everybody to the outsides.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to make plays against the corners in the middle, but now they're bailing out of there. And then if you have number 56 running after number 10, that's not good.
No. Nope.
How many times do we see 56 10 yards away from the guy? I don't think he knows. It's not just that he can't cover. I don't think he knows. I don't think some of those guys know where they're supposed to be.
There was one play.
Maybe I'm at fire the coordinator.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I am again.
God damn it.
I hate going there.
Yeah.
But they look lost.
They do. And there were multiple plays on offense, too, where they looked like I saw multiple times Freddie Swain look over towards the quarterback and just go like this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that, maybe that's on Freddie Swain, but it seems like they're not like on the same page on either side of the ball. And the defense was atrocious. There was at one point Jordan Brooks was clearly supposed to be covering Cooper Kupp, and he was like shuffling to try to keep up with Cooper Kupp sprinting.
He looked like he was running a drill in practice.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It was insane. Or like someone like their button got stuck in Madden and like yeah.
Yeah, run.
Yeah,
run.
like no, sprint. I'm not trying to side shuffle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was insane.
It looks like, and it's funny because for a few years there, we're all like, Pete, you don't have the same defense that you used to have. Get out of what you got to change it up.
Yeah.
Now it seems like they've changed it up and they're running so many different things that nobody even knows what the hell they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not good at any of them.
Mm-mm.
Part of me is like, just go back to running the same fucking defense every play because at least they knew where to be.
Yeah, and like Jordan Brooks wasn't covering Cooper Kupp.
Ugh.
Like at the very least it was Ugo Amadi or like fuck. Where's Michael Kendricks? Like, I'd rather have him out there guarding, or covering someone.
Well, here's the thing that I'm really pissed off about. You found something. Maybe I need a Ryan Neal jersey. Maybe I'm the king of the Ryan Neal fan club.
Yeah.
They found something with Ryan Neal last week against the 49ers. Mm-hmm. He was covering. He can hit. He made some big plays in that game.
He made plays last year.
Yeah.
For like all year, he was playing well. So at what point is it not a fluke?
Where was he?
Yeah.
He wasn't in the fucking game plan. Yeah. And Pete was asked about it after the game, and he said that wasn't the plan.
Ugo got torched a couple times too. Robert Woods was just feasting. Fucking hate Robert Woods, man. I hate him.
Fantasy football.
Yeah, fantasy football beef. And also he's just on the Rams and he always tears up the Seahawks. Fucking Tyler Higbee too. He only had 2 catches, but he had a touchdown.
Yeah, the big touchdown.
Absolutely just... It's bad when Troy Aikman is like, no contest between Jamal Adams and Tyler Higbee. Big mismatch.
Yeah.
That's not...
All I heard when we traded for this guy, and I didn't know much about Jamal Adams. He played for the Jets, and nobody who the fuck watches the Jets except for Jets fans.
Yeah.
They're not on the Red Zone channel because they ain't in the Red Zone, right? So, I don't know. The big narrative that I kept hearing was, he's going to cover Kittle.
Kittle,
he's gonna cover
that's what I thought.
Higbee,
yeah.
And he can't cover anybody.
Anyone, dude. Like, even if he was a linebacker, he'd be a bad coverage linebacker.
Yeah. And then, so it's like, okay, should they go back to blitzing him every play? Well, that doesn't really work either. It got him 9.5 sacks, but when he blitzes and doesn't get there, the quarterback has almost 130 passer rating.
Yeah, it's clearly
I don't know, man.
I don't worth it.
He's going to be on the team for a few more years.
Yeah.
You're going to get at least 2 more years with the guy. So I don't know. They got to figure out a way to maximize what he can do and minimize what he can't do. It's a mess, but yeah, like you said earlier, I thought Geno looked pretty good.
Yeah, he didn't look that bad.
You know, I like that he, you know, he's going to, first of all, Gino's going to make some mistakes.
Yeah.
I like that he, you know, a lot of times he drops, puts his foot in the ground and throws the ball. And he looked like he was going for a DK a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Russ, first of all, you people that are on Facebook or Twitter or wherever the hell you are that are like, oh, Gino's better than Russ anyway. He had a good drive or two.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson is a Hall of fucking Famer, so just stop with that.
Russ, like, if you look at the stats, Russ actually did have better stats too.
Right.
Like, he didn't, like, it's not, you know, I mean, Gino had that nice drive, and I guess he had, you know, he had a couple nice carries as well, but you know, we're not talking about a guy that came in and just, you know, lit the field on fire.
Yeah, he had a nice drive, and that's great. And I think what we liked about it stood out.
Yes.
He gets rid of the ball, and
Yes.
that's the biggest problem with Russ. Is I think Russ, it's okay to get get that 6-yard pass and have 2nd and 4. We don't need the home run play every time. So I think that. What we saw from Gino is like what Russ lacks, which is just get rid of the ball. Mm-hmm. How many times a game do me or other people yell, throw it,
throw it away,
throw it somewhere, you know? And Gino does that, but Gino isn't gonna hit, you know, the big play.
When you see Gino come in for a full game, you'll see why Russ is a better quarterback.
Hey, Gino, we've seen this before. The backup quarterback. I mean, Gino's going to come in. Let's say he starts for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
He's going to have no pressure on him.
No.
So he's going to be feeling good. I've seen this for decades. Mm-hmm. Jeff Hostetler coming in for Phil Simms and winning a Super Bowl.
Bridgewater.
Spready Bridgewater.
5-0 with the 5-0 with the Saints.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of, I mean, the Eagles situation.
Fucking Jimmy G coming in, like,
who's the Eagles guy?
Oh, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Yeah.
You know, he's the ultimate. Don't tell me I'm starting.
Yes.
Take all the pressure off me, and I'm going to have a great game.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Gino plays pretty well, because it's nice when you come in and you can just do your thing and you've been waiting to go, and everybody's happy after the game. They're like, wow, you didn't suck. Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, you're not getting every play broken down.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, hey, cool. 50% of your pass. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Good job. So, it's nice that you got to play.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a whole different feel.
Yes.
When you come in as the starter to start a season,
a Hall of Famer too,
especially a Hall of Famer. Yeah, everything is on you.
Mm-hmm.
So he might have a couple of good games, and then, you know, let the controversy begin.
And, like, let's not forget. I mean, like, you know, the Jets, the defense was their strength for sure, but he wasn't terrible on the Jets.
No.
And the Jets were a worse team.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he might be okay. So I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think the season is lost, but the season is lost if they can't fix the defense, and I don't know if they can. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, both the corners were toast. Jamal was toast. Fucking.
No pressure. On
no
the
pressure. Jordan Brooks was toast.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm. We had 1 sack. Who got it? Darryl Taylor.
Taylor got in there.
Yeah. That's right. That was like the one good defensive play that I missed.
But we all wanted Dunlap, and, you know, he's made a couple plays, but he had
a good pass breakup on 3rd down, but
he's been fairly non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know if they're gonna fix that, and that's. Yeah, they're not going anywhere without at least an above average defense.
Also,
we'll see how they're going to get there.
Yeah, a lot of penalties on the O-line. I think you were like in the bathroom. It was when there was like 30 seconds left and we were down 2 scores, but the offensive line got another false start. So that's cool.
Why can't they win at home? Speaking of they're false starting at home.
Yeah.
They, I meant to look up the numbers for this and I forgot, but obviously you wipe out 2020 because there are no fans, but the last 3 years they've been better on the road than at home.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have the best home field advantage in the NFL, and I think the fans are bringing it from what I've heard.
There was 2 delay games, which when you have, a well-oiled offense from Sean McVay and a veteran QB like Matt Stafford, you don't expect 2 delay games. So, fans were in it. And,
maybe the defense struggles with the noise. Maybe maybe they're not. Maybe that's why they're playing 2 different fucking coverages on half the
True,
play.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
maybe
point.
we need to be like, shh, let the defense work. God,
so insane, so insane.
But I think what we need to talk about is the MVP of the Seahawks,
Michael Dixon. Yeah, my double punt.
God.
Never seen before, 68-yard double punt.
I mean, I didn't know you could do that.
I still don't know if anyone knows you can do that.
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman didn't know, and then they brought in that
Pereira,
who's like, well, I don't know. I guess if they ruled it, but no, Pereira said you can't do that and was wrong.
Yeah.
I think the only question is, was he past the line of scrimmage?
The one time he had to really answer a question for us.
No,
he
was wrong.
Yeah,
flat.
He just made us more confused.
He didn't even get to do as well. You could call this or you could call that, and the officials called that, and I'm sure they're right.
Yeah.
He was flat. He actually said something and he was wrong.
Gave an opinion before the refs gave one.
Yeah.
Was dead wrong, but. What I will say is he was past the line of scrimmage,
sure,
and I think the rule is you can double punt if you're behind the line.
You can.
And he was dead. It looked like he was past it, but
so if he has 1 foot, if his heel is still at the line of scrimmage, okay.
When he drops it or when he kicks it,
but he looked like he was a little bit past it, even by that definition when he kicked it.
So if it's when you drop it, his back foot. His kicking leg was still on the line, but at the point of contact, he was past it.
I think it has to be the contact.
I would think
so.
I don't know. I would think so.
I'm not going to pretend like I know that.
For some reason, I'm just picturing it like shooting a basket, like it bounces around the rim. I don't know.
But McVay ate his flag. He had it in his hand for like 10 minutes.
I think he just didn't know. He was just confused.
Can't you challenge the? Or is he past the line of scrimmage?
You can, yeah. I genuinely think he might have just been he still wasn't 100% sure about the rule. Yeah. So he was just like, I'm just not gonna.
But that was unbelievable. I mean, at first,
at that time, a huge swing from a blocked punt to down at the 15 or whatever.
Punted it 60. What was it?
68, I think.
68 yards
67.
After that.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
So I mean, first. You get your punt blocked, and as a punter, you're taught just kick the ball.
Yeah.
And take your chances. Hopefully that they miss it.
Mm-hmm.
So he punts it right into his hands, and then the ball is spinning after you score a tutty, and you put that spin on it.
Yeah.
He looked like a third baseman charging a bunt.
Yeah, right? He did.
He just goes up and gloves it.
Yeah.
And then he looks up, and I think he's thinking about running.
Yeah.
Can I run for a first down? Nope. A lot of dudes there.
A lot of dudes.
And then he kicks it again, and I'm like, what is this fucking crazy Aussie doing right now? And he's kind of smiling.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. What are you smiling about?
Yeah.
And then I'm hearing, okay, maybe it's just a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, from the end of the
or a re-kick. I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah, easy
either way.
Mm-hmm.
And then they announce, yep, it's all good.
All good.
Rams ball at the 11-yard line.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That was
so insane.
And then he had another punt that
just checked up right at the 4.
Yeah,
something like that.
4-3. Tiger Woods in his prime.
Yeah.
Chipping.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude. That's. First of all, he did something I've never seen before.
Yes.
Rare
in football, rare in any major sport now. I mean, it's just so. Yeah. You've seen everything.
I've seen everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was something that I'm like, wait, can you do that? I know you can't throw it twice.
It is like that. I can't even remember the last time I was just I think it probably was the Fail Mary. Was the last time I was just at a total loss, and I was completely clueless as to what was happening and what was going to happen. Genuinely, that's the last time I can remember being so clueless.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was an incredible play.
Yes.
His whole game was absurd. Like he's just yeah.
Unfortunate MVP, but
yeah. I mean, my God, it's too bad that happened in a loss, because otherwise we'd be talking about that as one of the greatest plays we've ever seen.
Yes,
it still is.
Yeah.
It always means more when it leads to a win.
For sure.
Like Jermaine Kearse in the Super Bowl making that crazy catch.
Yeah.
Like, we don't bring it up because they lost the game.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that was nuts. He's my God, how many times do you like, oh, the punter's coming in, I gotta stop what I'm doing and focus on the punt.
By the way, fucking sick ass sleeve that he got in the offseason. I was a little worried he was gonna be too cool to be a good punter now.
Right.
But he still got it.
Yeah,
and you know what? I think he is one of the only punters in the league that would have done that, because like I remember hearing he doesn't even really pay attention to the games. Like he doesn't really know what the fuck's going on. Never watched football as a kid. Just was a good rugby kicker and came over.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he just, like any American punter, would have been like, fuck, I can't punt it again.
Yeah, they would have fallen on it.
Yeah.
I don't even think most punters pick it up.
Yeah, you're right. I think they just hop on it.
They hop on it to try to stop a touchdown from happening.
Yeah.
And everybody be like, oh, he fell on it.
He saved it. He saved it. Yeah.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That crazy fucker. I love that guy.
Michael Dixon.
Yeah. He's the best.
Yeah. Do you got anything else from this game?
I hope he plays his whole career in Seattle.
Oh man, that'd be great. I really do. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, put him in the fucking Ring of Honor right now.
Let's do it. Anything else from this game?
Let's see. I think the Seahawks have lost 10 of their last 14 to the Rams.
Oh, fucking A, it's that bad?
Yeah. I mean, Jeff fucking Fisher, Mr. 7-9 himself, used to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Oh my God.
Another one was our kicker. He made 37 straight and has missed 2 of his last 3, and I think there's an extra point in there too somewhere.
Is Jason Myers just done now?
He's on he's on double secret probation.
Does he have kicker brain? Like
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if I were John Snyder, better be looking up kickers right now. Like, he better be ready to get on the phone.
Get the boy,
God.
Van Winkle. Get Van Winkle. We want Van Winkle.
We want Van Winkle.
Yes.
Why the hell not?
Maybe, he won't. He can't kick long field goals, so maybe Pete would be more willing to go for it. No, he just punt.
Yeah, he just punt. Yeah. Got the best punter in the league.
Got the best punter in the league.
First
Played to our strengths.
I think that last drive of the first half was really disappointing.
Yeah.
For many reasons, but one of them was how many seconds did we tick off while Russ was checking?
Yeah.
They had a couple timeouts, but they just let like 25 seconds roll off the clock.
They let nearly half of the clock roll off. I think as soon as you know you're not running the play, like when you run to the line of scrimmage, you have a play in mind.
Yeah.
When you're not going to run that play, just timeout. Just call a timeout right there.
Spike it. Anything.
Yeah, actually, that's what I said. I was like, I would have liked to seen a spike there because the time is more of a factor than the downs right now. So
I don't, and again, is this Russ? Is this Pete? I don't know who it is. But do you see Tom Brady waste 25 fucking seconds? Do you see Aaron Rodgers waste 25 fucking seconds?
No.
Like
Big Ben.
Like
he's ass, but he won't waste 25 seconds.
Seasoned quarterbacks don't do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he doesn't have. I don't know. I don't know whose fault it is. I mean, maybe that's the head coach should be timeout. Yeah. Second he starts checking.
Maybe Waldron should have. There should have been. I don't know. Realistically, he should have been able to run up there, check, and then run the play right away.
Yeah.
So maybe that's on Waldron.
I don't know.
Maybe Waldron didn't have a check, ready, or he didn't have. I don't know. It wasn't good.
But this has been going on through 3 different coordinators.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know whose fault it is, but you can't. When you have 50 seconds, you can't waste 25 of them standing there looking at the defense.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then you miss the field goal, So it that just really brought even more attention to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really bad. Other notes?
So it was 7-3 at the half.
7-3 half.
I never felt good about the way the defense was playing.
No.
And neither team converted a third down in the first half.
That's crazy.
Which I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. When do pitchers and catchers report? When does the puck drop?
Yeah.
That's what I've been feeling since the game ended.
October 12th, baby. I'm gonna be watching. So
yeah, for sure. That being said, what is their? I don't even know what their record is.
2-3.
They're 2-3.
Yeah.
17 game season. It's not over, but it feels real bad when you don't see any end in sight for the defensive suckage.
Yes.
And then your quarterback might miss most of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we're in week 5. He might be out till week 13, 14.
And where are you going to be then?
Okay, how about this? If Russ misses 8 games, we're 2-3 right now. What is our record? Without looking at the schedule.
You always hope that you always hope that the backup quarterback on a good team can have you go 4-4. You're hoping for 500.
Okay, so
right?
is that what you think?
Do you think not the way, because the defense is the problem?
So what do you think? 3-5?
I think I would probably sign up for that. Sadly, so then you're
signing up. You're signing up for 3-8 or 5-8.
5-8.
You're
5-8, and then you need to go. Then you got to pretty much win them all. You got to go 9-8.
Yeah, unless the Rams fall apart and the Cardinals fall apart, or they just. Yeah, I mean.
Now we do have a fairly. I think the schedule's much friendlier right now.
I was just gonna say, we got the Steelers next.
Okay, they suck.
They suck ass. That's a very, very winnable game. It's on the road. I don't know if T.J. Watt's back. Was he back last game? I don't remember.
That would be really nice if he just would go away.
Yeah, just go away. And then we got New Orleans, who the fuck knows?
Don't bet on that.
So volatile.
Bet on that.
Both teams so volatile. Yeah. Then we got Jacksonville at home.
Jesus Christ! If you don't win that, fire everybody. Fire everybody.
I don't know.
Trade the quarterback.
I don't know if I can watch. Good thing we got a bye week after that. If we lose that game, we got a bye just to decompress. But then we're at Green Bay. I'm not watching that game if we lose to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I can already tell you I'm just not gonna watch it. And then Arizona. No, I will watch it. I'm a sucker. But then we got Arizona. So it really, after the bye week, it kind of kicks back up.
Yeah.
Although we have Washington and Houston and Chicago and Detroit at the end there too. So really, there's only, we got Green Bay, Arizona, San Francisco, LA, and then Arizona again.
Right.
So, those are good teams, but all the other ones are very, very winnable games or games we straight up should win, even with Geno Smith. So
they got, hey, they might still make the playoffs, but I'm in this to, win Super Bowls, and I just don't see a path with the way the defense is playing.
So that's the thing, if you're, as a Seahawks fan, what is there? You're going to keep watching, you're going to keep following it.
Sure.
What is there to...
I've been watching the goddamn Mariners for 35 years.
Yeah.
I'm not,
No, yeah. But what, where it's just hopeless for the season? Or is there something, are you can you get excited for a playoff push?
It would have to, the only thing that I wonder is, last year their defense figured some shit out.
Yeah.
Can that happen again? That's
the
only twinkle of hope that I have.
My other twinkle is we started off really hot last year on offense, but other than that, we've actually gotten hot towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Other than last year, for probably 4 or 5 seasons before that, we got real hot towards the end of the year. So I'm just hoping we figure some shit out.
And with with a new coordinator, you're thinking maybe maybe that stuff starts to come together over the course of the season.
And now he has a new quarterback, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You got anything else from this game?
Oh God, it was tough, man. That was a tough.
I didn't like it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, and it felt winnable, for a lot
That's
of
the thing.
game.
That's what made it painful. Like I said, when all things considered, not the worst loss.
Yeah, because we felt like at best 50-50.
Yeah, and then when Russ comes out, you're like, fuck, if going into this game, if you're like Russ is gonna come out in the third quarter, and it's a close game, I would have been like, okay, so we don't win, straight up, we just don't win that game. But Gino did what he could to keep it close, and yeah, I mean.
I know you missed the first quarter, but I was not, and I know you're the in the fan club of the Rams quarterback,
Matt Stafford.
He looked. Here's why I didn't feel good about 3 points that they gave up. He missed some guys, and we were like, "Whew, thank God that was a bad throw."
Yeah,
he overthrew a bunch of guys. I don't think he had his stats will say a different story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had a very good game. I think he could have thrown for 500 yards in that game if he had played well.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the passes that he hit, like anybody. I'm sorry. I know people say that, and it sounds stupid. Anybody could have hit a lot of those.
When you say
any tall person that could throw over a line, like when guys are that open, you don't even have to. It wasn't even have to hit guys in stride. Yeah. They were so open 15 yards down the field. Yeah, so I don't know, man.
So right now, matchup predictor is giving Pittsburgh a 53.6% chance to win. I don't think there's a line set for it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an away game. I'm not surprised. Their records are.
The consensus pick is Seattle -2.5, but for some reason the ESPN thing disagrees. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you got anything else from that game or coming up for the next one?
No, I have.
I mean, the next game's not for like 11 days or 9 days.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I think we've said it all. Like, I don't know. Something has to change on defense or it's over.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about that than the quarterback situation, as ridiculous as that might sound.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Follow us on Twitter at Mason Charles Coe, at Aaron Coe 29. Check out the book High Points on Amazon and Lulu.com. Goosehead Insurance. Yeah, peace out.
See ya.